So the Funimation had an audio week, and I decided to go into a photo, because I was basing my opinion off of one article, which was about Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, um, which was based off which was for Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, um, but Funimation might actually lose the rights to Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball in general, and Dragon Ball in general. Because if you do not know, Funimation owns the rights to the English version of the anime. Um, Basically anything. It's kind of similar to another manga, Read About Angel. In terms of owning rights, Casio owns the manga and the rights to the characters, but James Cameron bought the rights to any English versions of Alita and movies and merchandise. International. Um, it's similar to how It's funny. If you don't know, that's how anime works. The lot of Japanese stuff is put into America. Then there was this guy here, Yuki Matsuki. This was translated from Japanese to by Google, and he basically saying that Dragon Ball ends in English-speaking countries. The it's It has become such a problem now. To It has become such a problem that for that Funimation will probably lose the rights to Dragon Ball in general. And if you don't, if you in the last video I explained who owns Funimation, Sony. Sony are the ones who, of course, are SW themselves. Sony, they own Funimation. These guys own Funimation. Um, and people say Sony's a Japanese company, but they're just as Japanese as they are American. Okay, PlayStation is headquartered in America. Sony Columbia is a Hollywood studio. So they're even on the New York Stock Exchange, even though they're headquartered in Tokyo. There's two Sonys. There's Japanese Tokyo and there's American, no, not Tokyo, American Sony, which is woke and trash, and Japanese Sony, which is much more different than American Sony. Sony is pretty woke themselves when it comes to American Sony. It's only American Sony. I don't believe Japanese Sony is that wrong. And problem is, American Sony is kind of taking over the company as well, like PlayStation. PlayStation is now basically American now. They're changing anime to they're essentially an anime beyond belief. They also are making The Last of Us Part Two. Remember that? They made there was like a big deal about about two female characters kissing, and and then of course there was something else that went on with Funimation with a guy named Vic. Um, I didn't really go over the whole thing because it was like Vic patted some girl on the back or something and like some um comic, like some LA place. It was like some LA convention, which of course he's sort of known how bad LA is. And of course the person got offended and accused him of sexual assault, which really patting someone on the back or hugging someone in a photo is not sexual assault. Okay, I'm sorry, but it's not sexual assault. I don't know what they were saying about that. And of course, Funimation was exposed. And now Sony and he got fired from Funimation, and now he's suing Sony and Funimation for false accusations, which they are kind of false here. You can't accuse someone if you hug someone to a photo in an event, that's not sexual assault. Next looking at someone, it could become sexual assault by these weirdo STWs, and that's how it is. And Funimation now may lose rights to Dragon Ball because of these audio leaks, which means someone else will have to do it instead. Hopefully, it isn't Disney because though this is bad. Hopefully, we don't have Disney do it because that means it'll be worse. Because Disney, come on, we don't know how Disney ruined Marvel and Star Wars. If Disney does it dub, people just watch the movies subbed in Japanese by Toei instead of watching the Disney dub. Yeah, that will probably be pretty bad. Um, Hopefully, it's actually somewhat a company that is not Disney. It's like a 50-50 chance of being Disney too, because Disney owns like owns everything now. It wouldn't be surprising if Disney takes the rights to Dragon Ball, or Fox, which is owned by Disney, takes the rights to Dragon Ball. They did actually publish the movies. They did actually used to own the rights to Dragon Ball Z. Fox did. There was a movie called Dragon Ball Evolution. Um, and that was made by Fox, I think. It was made by Fox. Yeah, it's probably at Fox, which Disney owns them now, and film was meant to be part of series that oh Disney does own the film rights to Dragon Ball. Oh, never mind then.